Well, we heard about Minerva, this was back in 2000 when we were first looking at getting into the television business. We decided that IPTV was the way it was going to go. We knew that the world was going to go Ethernet sometime, and IP was the technology we wanted to use. We were actually Minerva's very first customer to deploy IPTV. I think we signed the contract back in 2000, got going in 2001. Commercially rolled out probably the end of 2001, early 2002. A lot of history going on that way. The main competitors back then were Mirio, iMagic TV, and Minerva. So we did an RFP with them, and all three we chose Minerva. Thought that it had probably the best overall solution for us, because at that time there was encoding hardware at the same time integrated in with content acquisition, EPG data type of thing, and then middleware. And the reason we wanted to go with a single vendor solution is because we didn't want finger pointing between whose equipment isn't performing today. So, okay. Well, I think the services that we have to deliver today, besides linear TV, are going to be over-top solutions. Something that interfaces with iPads, Droid phones and whatnot. The remote control has to kind of go away. We think that the television in the home has to be the central monitoring system. It's going to go beyond IPTV. You're going to have to monitor your security systems. You're going to have smart grid systems happening in the home, smart home type things. People come to your door, it's going to have to screen pop who's out there, and that's going to have to be evolved into your television monitor at that time, and so the IPTV has to build off of that into an interactive thing. Channel changes are going to have to happen on the network, not via an IR remote control with a set-top box. If it's IP based, you should be able to easily manage it. Selectively turn features on and off, and that's there's going to be features that we don't even know what they are yet, but are going to have to be integrated in. And I just think that the IPTV could be the central point of access for all these things. Local content is probably one of the biggest things that draws people to our system right now. We currently run 2 local channels. We have all of our ball fields. We have 5 high schools. We have all our ball fields, all our gymnasiums, wired. We do live broadcasts where they'll let us. We do a lot of delayed games. We integrate with the local radio station for commentary on our television. Do a lot of baseball games, tournaments and whatnot. And we have some locally originated programs. We have a polka show that a lot of the older people like, along with content that other people are bringing in. And that probably has been the biggest draw right now, but that customer base that wants that local content is really going to be limited farther down the road, because I do think that the other features, as younger people, they want to see local content, but chances are there'll be other ways for them to get some of those things.
You mean over a PC?
Yeah, they'll be able to get a lot of their content over PC, streaming off the web and whatnot. But the local content is actually, we think we're going to be generating more of that and streaming via the web than our IPTV system. Well, we think that over-the-top content is something that we're not going to be able to beat them at their game. We know we're never going to put them out of business. We're not going to be able to keep them off of our network. The best way to deal with them is to maybe get a small piece of the pie. And so I think that if we can make our networks user-friendly to where they're accessing Netflix off their television instead of their PC, and make it easier to migrate back and forth between live programming a stream programming via their ITV manager or something, that's really what it's going to take for us to keep in that business, because we don't want people turning off their TV, hooking up their laptop, and then and really bypassing our network. We have to make it totally integrated into our system.